Good morning and welcome to another session of Love is Patient. I am so glad that you decided to join me today. I am grateful for this opportunity just to share just a couple thoughts about love relationships. Today I'm going to talk about we are snowed in. We're snowed in this season. It's the season in this part of the United States where we get snow. It's January, so my subject today, we are snowed in. It's a snow day. We're snowed in. It's a snow day. Let's examine this topic for just a little while and let's see what we can get out of it, how we can apply some of what goes on in our natural seasons with what's going on in the seasons that we're in our love relationships. Okay, it's not just for married couples, engaged couples, any type of relationship, mother daughter, mother son, um, friends, girlfriends, homies, whatever type of relationship, you can glean something out of the sessions on Love is Patient. All right, so we are snowed in. It's a snow day. We are snowed in. That part of the title is a condition or a situation. All right, that's what's happening in and around us. That's what's happening around us. But the fact that we're proclaiming that it's a snow day is the response. It's the strategy to manage the condition. All right, so we're going to talk about those two things. When you're faced with a situation, choose a strategy to manage it. All right. Last week, we talked a little bit about the concept of fortifying as we prepare for a storm. All right. So, fortifying, we talked about, is strengthening. All right. Strengthening yourself, strengthening your relationships for situations that may occur. In any season, we know that there are storms. In any relationship, we know that things come up where you really have to choose a strategy, some type of way to deal with these problems, these situations, these circumstances. So that's what we are talking about today. It is not, I want to mention that it is not the severity of the problem so much as it is our ability to focus on how we will approach the problem. So we're looking at approaches to situations, problems, concerns today. Our approach determines, for a large percentage, the outcome. All right, how you handle the problem is going to determine how well the situation turns out. Okay, how many times can you say, as you reflect back on past situations, if I could redo that situation, if I could turn back the hands of time, do that little piece over, I would have approached it in a different way. So many times we look back because hindsight is actually 2020. It's 2020. So in looking back on some of the things that we might be able to do over, let's look forward and kind of anticipate problem situations that may come down the pike and how you're going to handle that. What is going to be your mindset? How are you going to position yourself? What is your posture going to be? Okay. So, in thinking about that, let's go back to the idea of the snowstorm. All right, walk with me and let's go back to the idea of the snowstorm. We'll talk a little bit about that snowstorm. We usually know when it's coming, it's predicted. You watch the weather reports, they can tell these days what's happening, what's coming our way, how are the winds going. We know that it's coming, and it's just like in our love relationships. In some seasons, you can kind of sense the tension. You could kind of sense when a situation is coming down the pike. And sometimes, if you cannot predict and you cannot, um, uh, you do not have a foreknowledge of knowing, you can still plan for it, what are you going to do? How are you going to position yourself? What is your posture going to be? All right, so let's look at that storm. Look at it a little bit. When it comes, when the snowstorm comes, look at it. The snow covers, all right? It offers light and beauty to the outdoors and landscapes of our neighborhoods. It looks so beautiful, right? It acts as decoration, immediately changing the scenery, all right? The icicles are added ornaments, all right, as they line the housetops and buildings, providing a winter wonderland. A winter wonderland, it's like a scene. And this type of thing warms the hearts of those that love winter and all that it brings. All right, so that's the snowstorm. So I painted that picture so that you can be able to look at the good and the beauty of a situation that may come up. All right, it's not all bad. When you are faced with a problem, a situation, a conflict, understand that it's not all bad. It's not all bad. You got to find some beauty in it. You know, icicles, for example, they are very dangerous. But on the other hand, they're very beautiful. And the way that they're formed and how they line the rooftops and just add to the scenery is amazing. So sometimes we have to find the beauty in the situation. Sometimes problems come and you would not really put the time and talk to your spouse or talk to your loved one about something if a situation didn't come up. So that's the beautiful thing about your situation. All right. So that is the beauty in it. But if you flip that coin, you will see that there's another side to it. All right. So in the snowstorm, the first thing I think of is that it's slippery. Snow is slippery, and therefore it becomes a little dangerous. All right. So some of these problems that come, ooh, you know, they're slippery in that if you don't handle it right, you don't walk with care, you could definitely fall and hurt yourself. It's very dangerous, some of the situations that come up in our love relationship. In this snowstorm, it's hard to maneuver. All right. It's much easier in the springtime, summertime, just to, put on something quick, go out and hop in your car or walk down the street, just to get up and go. But let it snow outside. You have got to do so many other things to prepare just to go the same distance. All right. So it's a matter of shoveling. It could be a matter of cleaning your car off. It's a matter of getting dressed so that you can weather this storm. All right. It's cold outside. That's uncomfortable. So all of these things come up. You have to prepare the house. You have to salt and shovel. Some may have inclines where you have to put sand down before a snowstorm comes, salt before a snowstorm comes, just to prepare for the elements. It takes an extra effort to prepare for the elements. All right, you have to prepare your car. You have to get your snow tires. You have to make sure that your car is functioning in a way that when that storm comes, if you have to go out, it is ready. And okay, that's the same way, in that same way, in our love relationships, when this storm comes, there's some extra things that you have to do. You have to get ready. You have to get yourself ready, your mindset. Okay. How are you and the person, your loved one, going to fight fair if there's a situation where there's a conflict? Are there some norms? Or there's some uh, rules that you want to follow when you decide to finally sit down and hash things out? All right, so we can liken that to a storm. The preparation for the storm is the same way that we prepare for conflict, prepare for situations that may be out of our control. So we must prepare. All right, so that is the storm, and we handle both sides of the storm. Now we're going to talk about the fact that we're snowed in. All right, sometimes storms come our way when we are in a position where we can't go anywhere. All right, you're snowed in. Just say, for instance, this was predicted. You knew it was coming. You are snowed in. You cannot do your regular routine. You have to stop and change your plan. So you're snowed in. It's beyond your control. All right. Nobody can control the weather. This thing is beyond your control. It's here. Okay. You have to work ahead to get out of the house. These are some things that you would have to do in order to get out. All right. It's cold. You have to call for assistance. You're snowed in. You're sometimes you have to call the planners. Your family has to get involved. Okay, so you are snowed in. You're concerned about your property, your car, your family members, but you're snowed in. So what do we do in this situation when we are snowed in? It's an opportunity to do some other things. All right? It's an opportunity to use some strategies to become closer, to become more intimate, to talk, to maybe even do an activity together. It's a snow day. So you can turn that situation around, turn it around, and make this storm and this into an opportunity to have a snow day. Okay, a snow day is pretty exciting for children. It's exciting for those that have jobs where you can kind of do something at home. You can work from home, or you can take an opportunity to just take a breather. All right, so if you think in terms of a snow day, what do we usually do? You're stuck in the house, you can do a whole gamut of things. Remember, it's an opportunity. You can catch up on some work, whether it be from your job or whether it be your house work. You can relax a little bit where everything is shut down. So, hey, you can take that extra bath. You can watch and catch up on a movie. You can catch up on a series, binge watch a series on a snow day. You can just find some ways to enjoy yourself. And whoever is at home, enjoy yourself. Take out some time. It was unexpected. Hey, we got some extra time. Let's have fun. Whatever that means to you, let's enjoy ourselves. Get a board game out. Bake some cookies. Make some hot chocolate. Do a recipe together. Cook together. Hey, go back to bed. Sleep. Whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you feel good, loved, exciting. Play tag in the house. Whatever you want to do. All right? If you have children, you can go outside. Make that snow angel. Make that snowman that you have been talking about and haven't had an opportunity to do. All right? If you have some heels around you, get that sled and go sledding with your kids. Have fun with it. Okay? Make it fun and be creative. All right, so we're taking an opportunity to turn a situation around. All right, we're snowed in. That gives way to the fact that you're confined. You really can't go anywhere. Your jobs are shut down. The schools are shut down. So what are you going to do about it? Make it a snow day. All right, so when things come your way, situations come your way, and you have no control over it, you have an opportunity to create some type of strategy where you can make this confined situation an opportunity for growth. You can turn that storm where you're stuck in the house into a snow day, a day of relaxation, a day of catching up, a day of exploring, a day of being creative and creating memories. All right. So when these situations and circumstances come our way, just remember it is not so much the problem, but it is what you do with the situation. It is your strategy that will determine the outcome. How did you make lemonade out of the lemons that you have? You got to create a strategy. Get some sugar out. Squeeze those lemons. Get your water and ice out. Put a strawberry or two in there. All right? Be creative. Think about it. The next time a situation comes your way, it doesn't have to stay sour. Sweeten it up and make the best of it. We're snowed in and we're turning it into a snow day. Wait for love. Wait for love. Until next time, be patient in your love relationships. Thank you.